What is going on, y'all? It is your girl, Janiqua A, and I am back with another reading for you guys. If no one told you guys today, I love you. And I know all your dreams and aspirations matter because they do. So let's see what's coming in for you guys as we are closing out this week. Archangel Michael on the leg bar, please protect me. Protect my mind, my body, and my spirit. Let's clear all my chakras as we tap in. I can't even get the words out. As we tap in to the unexpected messages on a high priestess in reverse. All right, so somebody's magic is not magicking, y'all. All right, there is somebody that has been trying. They have been surrounding themselves with trash. They may have, grew up in a very unhealthy environment, just around predators, animals and stuff like that considered. But that's what makes us high priestess. Only the strong survive. All right, those that remember how to see in the dark, those remember how to get over fear, those that know how to adapt and be intuitive, all right, and harness instincts, their instincts, knowing how to be secretive and luring, but not for the dark. You got to remain in the light. And it's easier said than done because a lot of us high priestesses been in the streets, been street workers, been club workers, been in a lot. And that's the beauty of it. That's who God really works through when your purpose is something. Because then we get called back to minister to those same people in the same environment we've been delivered from, so that way others can see God is real. How are you going to preach to somebody that you didn't even walk through the same shoes? Nobody want to hear nobody saying you got to do this and you got to do that, and you didn't even live the life that I lived. So a lot of us high priestesses done came from a very dark background. Okay, but this in reverse, somebody stood there. Instead of, when we grow up in demonic situations or just environments that are just filled with trash and filth, that's where demons live. That's where the spirits live, when you in environments like this, poverty, around predators and stuff like that, around things that are sneaky. The reason why we get put into those situations because our calling is to observe these spirits, so that way we could teach others how to see through the dark, to teach others how to discern what's from God and what's not. But instead, it's looking like somebody adapted those demonic traits and used them to try to guide their way in a negative way. All right, they didn't stay in the light. They've adapted tricks and trickery spirits energy. All right, the fox is a trickster. You got to know how to use the fox energy. All right, everything has an up and a down to it. All right, when you are put around sneaky people, it's for you to observe that behavior, so that way nothing can happen and you won't do that to nobody. When you are around cats and stuff, these are sneaky energies that is able to see beyond this realm. All right, that has certain instincts. But if you are not aligned, all right, you will adapt a spirit of being sneaky, of temptation, of conniving and trickery and deceptive, because that's all the energy that's around somebody. But it was supposed to be to observe those energies, to teach about it. Because how you going to fight something you can't see? Somebody chose to adapt that energy and use it for bad. All right, to be sneaky intentionally, to do things for bad. Okay? And now they coming out as a high priestess in reverse, somebody that is stuck in the dark. All right, somebody that is like, Spirit, give me more on this energy. Somebody's spiritual gifts also has been stripped from them. Wow. The Page of Cups. I was just doing a short about protecting your kids, right? And the Page of Cups clearly is a child. I don't know if this is their child, your child. I don't know if these are high priestesses working on children. Okay. You know, when we're talking about little girls, right, that we are able to conceive, they are the next generation to pass through. All right. The males, it stops with them. They usually, if you're doing the work, right, if you're healing correctly, you know, the male children usually live out the healed version of you. So the patterns stop. But the daughter, she gets to be the next portal for your bloodline. And her upbringing, her welfare, her knowledge, her wisdom, her remembrance up until she conceives determines if that generational trauma and all of that continues or it stops. Let's get another card. Spirit, give me more on this energy. Wow, the Ace of Cups. To the Ten of Cups. Was somebody removed from the family? The Page of Cups, the Ace of Cups, and the Ten of Cups, that's family. All right, that's family ties. All right, this is an award of how loved children feel around a family. I don't know if this family chose to separate themselves from this type of energy because it's completely different. This is dark and this is light. Spirit, give me more on this High Priestess in reverse. The Ten of Pentacles. This is the Ten of Cups to the Ten of Pentacles is where your family values and your family values and your financial goals merge. It's looking like y'all about to have a really, really good Christmas, y'all. It's looking like this is going to be a holiday season filled with so much love, so much gifts. Y'all might even receive a new home. There may be a lot of family getting together or surprising you. You might, the money is there for y'all to see each other. Okay, this is like cousins, little cousins finally getting to know each other and meet each other. All right, this is the holiday spirit, y'all. Okay, you might even receive a lot of presents from kids or from your family members that really honored you as a loved one, a big role in their emotional upbringing. All right, I see just a lot of gifts. This might be homemade gifts because it's looking like these little best friends don't have no money. But when I tell you the gifts that you are going to receive on Christmas or some sort of holiday that's coming up, it's going to be so heartfelt. You might even receive this on a daily, because the Ten of Cups is like you don't have to wait for a holiday to receive the love that y'all are sharing within your family. All right, this is like Christmas is every day. All right, love is every day, security is every day, safety, comfort is every single day. All right, the trophy goes to you. Ace of Cups, number one mom or dad. I'm just curious about this High Priestess, y'all. Spirit, give me more on this High Priestess energy, please, and thank you. The Seven of Cups to the Eight of Cups. Y'all, this is what's going on. Oh, gosh. Sometimes it's a little tough for me to be put in situations because there's some of the messages is a little tough. All right. I see that somebody failed to grow up. I see somebody failed to take care of responsibilities. All right. Failed to overcome and remember why they was going through stuff. It was to teach their kids. All right. Time and time, God has proven, they have proven to God, the Lord, that they're not capable to be responsible. It's looking like God gave them houses before. The Eight of Wands. God gave them security to fulfill out a loving family and a loving life on a solid foundation. And every time God gave them a house or an apartment of safety that is theirs, they fumbled it. It's one thing to not have no help. It's one thing to not have no support. All right, but when you coming out like this, 10 of Cups, 10 of Pentacles, this is somebody, whether they wanted to see it or not. I don't know if ego got into the way. This is you could have asked for help. This is because they was getting help. They was getting a lot of help. I don't know what they were spending their money on. All right, but it wasn't a house. All right, they left their house. The first thing and receiving more blessings is God will see how you're stewarding over your house, your apartment, or any blessing you get. I don't care if it's little. God will see how you treat that. God will see how you clean it. God will see how you maintain it, so that way you could give more. God said, even with what little you have, if you do not do well with it, it's being taken away. So time and time again, Spirit done gave this person stability and continued to leave it dirty, continue to let all the emotional trauma pile up, continue to sit in depression, all right, and blame it on their upbringing in reverse. That's why it's in reverse. Okay? So this person has children. All right? This person has children. And unfortunately, this is saying the children is happy somewhere. I don't know if they with their family. I don't know if they was adopted out, and they are good right now. They are having the most satisfying life. They want to stay with this family. They don't want to be with this parental figure. All right? This is like the family that is providing safety, security, comfort, wisdom, teachings, education. All right? Time and time again, somebody had the opportunity to build on a solid foundation, to know what it's like to pay rent, know what it's like to fill the refrigerator, know what it's like to really build on what God has given you. And they kept making irresponsible decisions, permanent decisions based off of temporary emotions, and completely excused what a house or an apartment or anything of that value really needs. Attend to it. All right. And what they did was let the bills pile up. What they did was act like they had the house and all of the good news, couldn't maintain it. All right. They kept getting final notice. All right. The kids is arguing. They don't want to be there. All right. It is literally filth. And I don't know if children is getting taken away, or I don't know, but this is the situation that's at hand. Now, I will ask, why is this reading coming out? What do you need to know aside from what's going on? Maybe you need help. Maybe you need to have a deeper insight on what's going on with somebody. Maybe they need to understand the role, because it's looking like if a lot of people don't know what's going on, they may be throwing some sort of pity party. All right, they may be saying that they've been around, all right, they don't have no help whole time. They've been disregarding their responsibilities. All right, so if somebody is crying out for help, Spirit is saying they got more responsibilities than they talking about. Everybody just good. Their help and their assistance is not needed. All right. Spirit, why does my everything's need to know this? What is the information in the lesson that needs to be learned here? Wow, the Star card. All right. They looking for a handout. All right. They looking for you to save them from this tower. All right. The Star card comes after the tower. All right. Their whole foundation has been destroyed. Okay. They want you to get your hands dirty and pull them out of the tower. All right. And they're playing victim. They're playing victim. The Four of Cups. They want people to be on top of them. They want people to ask them what's going on the whole time. This should tell you why people over here and their family don't want them around. For real. This is completely separate energy for the holidays. All right. And how you're involved is because they're trying to reach out for a handout. And Spirit is saying, do not attach yourself to that karma. You are not obligated to assist anybody where God is trying to teach a lesson to. All right. They brought this on themselves. All right. Because I don't even think this is a part of it being a high priestess. This is a dark person. All right. This is a person that is all over the place spiritually. This is a person that can't be trusted, for real. All right. On top of this is clear. This is the result of why you don't want to step into somebody's karma. All right. Somebody was showing off the house and all of this. Whole time, this is what's going on in the house. That's why you can't want anybody's life. It could appear good on the outside. All right. And on the inside, they foreclosing. They about to, that shit not funny, y'all. Dead serious. That's not funny. And then you could see a house on the outside that's not all the way maintained, right? Or that don't appear luxurious. And then on the inside, it's so much love. It's actually more beautiful on the inside than the outside. So all of this is being illuminated. They can't fake no more. The high priestess was trying to hide this in reverse. The high priestess was trying to keep this a secret. All right, so nobody won't know to give a handout. All right, you coming out as the star. You coming out as a lifesaver. You got a badge of honor with the gift and the ability to help others get out of real serious situations. But Spirit is saying no. All right, no, let them go. Let them pull themselves out. Spirit, give me more on this energy and what my everything needs to know, please, and thank you. Look, death. It's something about being selfish here. Like, it's too much children here. This person needs to be focusing on the children or the children's welfare and not them. They are throwing a pity party for them and wanting you to reach out to them and help them whole time. They're not focusing. They're leaving their children just with the grandparents and stuff like that. It is not our elders' responsibility to take care of our kids. Now, I had my mom's, thank God, help me for so long. But at a certain point in my life, my goal was to get and had, like children live with me and stuff like that with the help of my tribe. Somebody got to wake up, and this is being selfish. Somebody's saying, do not help them, and spirit is not helping them, and let them sink in that, because all they want to do is help themselves. They're not even thinking about their kids. This person have kids, all right? No, absolutely not. Okay? Anything else, spirit? Look, the 6 of coins. To the Ace of Swords. The truth is out. They were breadcrumbing. All right. When they had money, they would go and live lavish and have people begging. They wouldn't give to animals. They wouldn't give to people in need. They would just appear. And if they would give in people in need, they would video record. They would record it so that way they could get the attention. This is not pure. All right. The 6 of Pentacles in this energy is saying they was all for themselves. That's the truth. The Ace of Swords. This is a deeper situation that is coming to the surface. The truth is coming to the surface. All right. They might even hurt animals. This is not good. Look, the 10 of Swords. Let me tell you, all the backstabbing and betrayal is coming back to haunt them. All right. Remember that cat? All right. All of that sneaky activities. All right. Everything was being recorded. This is payback. The 10 of Swords. Okay, somebody is going through the same thing that they went through, and they good. They family, whoever this is on this side, they not even a part of that. All right, and that's probably why they seeking out your help. You got to question that. Why are you their last resort? Okay, when they be trying to work out with their kids, their family on the holidays, it's because everybody, they've been exposed. So that's what I have for you guys. I love you, and I hope that helps.